You already know this is about to be stupid.
Whoa. How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of y'all phase me. I took a sip, I'm not acting my age. I took a trip, now they got me on stage. How about the range? How about the range? Whoa, this a new range, new page. Got me in a new country, new stage. I ain't signed no deal, I'm too paid. I do not have chill, I'm too crazy. I do not take L's, I'm too Brady. I might be frosted, I'm not flaky. Don't know what it cost me, it's all gravy. Turn on that faucet and just pay me. Whoa, we gon' get it, bring it back. Maybe Donald is a Mac. Couple bottles, empty glass. New machine, I'm sending facts. Bump the headline, check the facts. I'm not a gangster, but I'm a gorilla. Hop on them drums when I'm feeling J Dilla. Come get your lady, cause I'm a just stiller.
How about the range? Whoa. Hey, yeah, I'm feeling strange. Whoa.
How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of y'all phase me. I took a sip, I'm not acting my age. I took a trip, now they got me on stage. How about the range? How about the range? Whoa, there's no comparison. Black in America, a little too arrogant. I just embarrass y'all niggas irrelevant. I shouldn't have mentioned it. That's royal etiquette. Out of my element, way too intelligent. Grab you a therapist, send him my sentiments. Neck full of sediments. Caught me a Tesla and skirt through the valley. Dropped an investment in Silicon Valley. All of this cake, but I'm missing the patty. Might mess around and just scoot to Miami. Drums are so loud that they break in the chassis. King of the grass like I'm Lionel Messi. I am not crass, but my mental is messy. Mud in my glass while my pencil is sketching. All these rappers, but no one impressed me. Most of them actors that labels as testing.
How about the range? Whoa. Hey, yeah, I'm feeling strange. Whoa.
How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of y'all phase me. I took a sip, I'm not acting my age. I took a trip, now they got me on stage. How about the range? How about the range? Whoa. How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of y'all phase me.
How about the range? Whoa. Hey, yeah, I'm feeling strange. Whoa.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Enough with this weight loss bullshit.
Take a step back and literally fuck your own face.
Let's learn about getting healthy. Let me tell you something, Thunder Twat.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testicles. Ooh. Welcome everyone to episode 21 Hundo and Schneider 2 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yo hoes? It's your boy Papa Swole, yo, back with another episode. And today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flexin'.
Fucking Catalina.
On all you beaches.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
What's going on, fam? How are we doing, Josh? What's up, Mark? Got flagged by Facebook 15 times for my comments I made in here yesterday. Naughty boy. You might want to use YouTube or some other some other platform. Brutal. It's brutal over there on Facebook. That's pretty common. People that watch on Facebook. Most people watch on YouTube, and sometimes, a lot of people listen to the show, but if you're on Facebook, definitely you want to drop a triple S for today's Swole card. Let's welcome a few more of you sexy beaches. Emma, TCap, what's up? Matt, Jiggly Bumflesh. Fucking love that name. Cerny, of course. What up, beach? James, Leanne, Greg. Well, we do have a lot of Swole sluts here today, and I'm very excited for all of you filthy beaches because today is the last day of 5 years of Swole. The last day. Before we even get into this, by the way, tomorrow is the Sunday Funday Red, White, and Swole Q&A-ness, and guess what? Tomorrow means 6 years of sick fucking gain. So let's get a round of applause. Before we even get into the tip, let's just talk about that. So tomorrow we'll take a ton of questions, just a pure Q&A, and we are going to pinch our nips and have a good time and celebrate 6 years of sick fucking gains, and of course, too many, many more along the way. So Zuck the Cuck strikes again. All right. That being said, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share the live stream because, of course, we are live. And like I always say, you can go to thedailyswole.com for all of the links to the live stream. So if you're watching on one of these platforms, of course, the integrated chat is on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, but you can also watch the stream on Odyssey and Rumble. And of course, inside the Daily Swole Telegram chat for members. So make sure you go and check out those options too. If you're getting cock blocked or cuck blocked or zuck blocked on Facebook, you can watch other places as well. All right, let's go and get into today's tip. But first, we got to bust the nut open so we can last more than 5 minutes. Get it? Get it? We got to make it. We got to make it. We got a whole show to do. Let's summon the Falcon and get today's party started. A little performance anxiety here. You gotta hit the note just right for the Falcon to show up. Thank you, Falcon. Put some respect on it, you boosh. What'd you smash? Drop to the guns below. That's a nice card there. What's up, Leo? Cheers. You raging alcoholic? Cheers. Got that fermented bone broth, I see. I said it before, I say it a million times. We all know why Rose let go. Hold on. Word to the wise, don't inhale your water. My God. Oh my God. All right, that went down the wrong pipe. Hashtag swole slut, but you know the risk. You can put some asterisks or you can put some of those little accent marks and those other language characters, or you can just do a triple SSS because it's Swole Slut Saturday. So drop in the comments below. And of course, we'll give away that card at the end of today's episode. I do want to read this one comment first from It's Julian. We know who you are. Ooh, Papa, the women in my gym are finally coming around to your content. Took a month of blasting the podcast in the morning while I get ready for work. From he's an asshole to he's got a good point. Hey, all right. He's got a good point. Because you know why they like the podcast. We all know why they like the podcast. They like the knowledge cock. Everyone, they like the knowledge cock. They do. They do. They always come around. They always come around. Just got to get loosened up a little bit, right? Like I said, usually the first couple times, a little bit irritating, a little bit uncomfortable. And then after a while, it just feels good. So welcome. Welcome to all the new ladies. We got some new swole sluts, I'm assuming. So that's great. Always converting swole sluts. Happy to do so. And thank you for sharing the podcast. Blast them. Blast them. All right, let's continue to make some good points. Let's moisturize, get into that tip because we got a lot of stuff to discuss, and we'll take some more comments and such as we get into the Swole Fam posts and the Q&A and the knowledge cock portion. So drum roll, let's moisturize. Everyone get a good one. Hydrate and spit on it. Let's get into that tip.
What's in the box?
Not yet, Brad. Let's get into that tip first. Babe, just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside. Mm-hmm. Oh, let me in. Let me in. All right, let Papa and the fam in. Tyler, they're here for the tip. Oh, extra fitness. Indeed, they are here for they're there for the whole damn thing. Extra fitness. That's a very well done. Well done. That's a little America. Yeah! Because we have freedom of speech here, don't we? Yeah, what's that? Schwul schlut bisch? I don't even know what language that is. There's so many umlauts. I can't even handle it. My goodness. Matthew, what women don't like assholes? Indeed. Indeed. The bad boys. Swole fam. We're so naughty. Joe, my wife was the same way. Let's see. Greg, that's how Papa gets in. Just a tip. Oh, come on. Just an inch. It's cold outside. And then all of a sudden, what's that over there? Squirrel. Just go right in. Okay. First Swole fam post. Now, Brad, we can do it again. Now we can do it.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? All right. First post here from Chris. And we like a lot of people. We had a bunch of posts in the Telegram chat yet. So everyone's showing off. We get one person that shows their meal in the Telegram chat. One person shares their food and then everyone just piles in and posts pictures of their meals. And I look at them and I'm like, oh my God, especially if I see those before I eat, I just get so hungry because everyone in the Swole fam's eating so well. And like, just, it looks great. So what we got here, I see some tallow, we got some eggs, we got some Kerrygold butter. It looks like some steak and some chicken. It looks delicious. Got some vegetables on that stove, don't we? Hey-o. Let's see. Chris writes, oh yeah, fam. Free range chicken thighs, lots of eggs. Daddy and baby boy get the ribeye and a tenderloin plus some strips and another tenderloin for the wife and middle daughter. That's what's for dinner. Good man. Good man. Delicious. Delicious. Yo, keep on dropping your comments and stories. I want to read some of these. Those of you that have like shared the stream or played the podcast around people. I keep dropping those stories because I'm highlighting a couple posts. We can read them in a second. It's some good shit. Some good shit. Pretty funny. Pretty funny stuff. Let's take this one from Matt. Hey, Papa. Oh, that's a bummer. Mad at my apartment's management. They had to close the gym because they let a crackhead into the building and he started breaking shit with a baseball bat. No. So he broke it. So in other words, it's damaged. So they can't let anyone use it because it's a risk because the equipment's broken. Fucking bummer. Goddamn crackheads, man. This is what happens. This is what happens when you don't keep an eye on Hunter. He's going to get in there. He's going to break some shit. God damn it. God fucking damn it.
Come on, man.
Oh, quiet. Happens once, it'll happen 1,000 times. I warned you. I warned the people, man. Trying to do God's work here, fam. All right, Culprit 87. Hey, Swole fam. I've been listening to the podcast for 2 years, but never taken the jump and joined the fam. That changed today. I recently moved to a new state and haven't found a gym yet. This is today's priority, as was joining the fam. This morning, I walked into a gas station to pay for gas. I bought a banana, and the diabetic cashier joked with me that she has diabetes, but still eats whatever she wants because she doesn't care. How'd that come up in conversation? Jesus Christ. Is that like an opener? Like, I have diabetes and I eat whatever the fuck I want because I don't care. It's like, I just want my gas and this banana, please. Just spill out. I'm sure it came up with like a normal conversation. That's a strange opener. She laughed way too much and this interaction disturbed me. It's been the kick in the nuts I need. It's been several hours and I've knocked out 100 push-ups and squats and a quick run, all while I've been working. I just felt dirty from even being a part of the interaction from this morning. I feel dirty even from reading about your interaction. I feel filthy. I feel filthy and whorish from reading this shit. In the past, I've been an avid runner. At one point, I ran 100 miles with training, of course, and lately CrossFit has been what gets me off. You might I hope it doesn't get you off. Like, that's a lot of people do CrossFit and it actually gets them off. Like, that's not sweat on the floor, by the way, in CrossFit boxes. Neither of these modalities is particularly healthy, however, and I'm going to reorient to a more lifelong sustainable training modality along with the 7 pillars. Thanks for reading my post. Love the family. Go to the fucking gym. Culprit87. I don't know what your real name is, but welcome to the motherfucking fam. Stoked to have you. I love it. I love it. Sounds like you have a great sense of humor too. So I fucking love it. Ew, right? Imagine that. Let's go back to the diabetic thing. I bought a banana and the diabetic cashier joked with me, probably because you bought a banana, and she's like, oh my God, eating healthy? Because you know what they have at a gas station. I mean, that's one of the few things you could actually get. Maybe some gas stations actually have some quality beef jerky or something along those lines. So if you're eating at a gas station, which you shouldn't be eating at a gas station unless you're literally stranded in the middle of nowhere and you don't have any food and you didn't prepare, which leads, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, if you're eating, here's the deal. If you're eating at a gas station, you fucked up. Seriously, if you need sustenance from a gas station, and a gas station is for your car, by the way. A gas station is for your car. It's not for eating food. All right, let's go full screen for this because let's make this fucking clear. A gas station is food for your car, not for your mouth. There's really nothing you should be eating at a gas station. Some of them have, I know they have, like, a lot of it has, McDonald's, or they put sandwiches and shit. Like, you shouldn't be eating all that crap. It's all garbage. Okay. They might have a little bit of fruit, or they might have some beef jerky. Sometimes if you go to a gas station and it's somewhere, you usually have to go to one of those really high quality gas stations, or maybe one of those small mom and pop gas stations. If you even find those anymore in like small towns, you might actually have some local stuff and some beef jerky. So this is not across the board, but we all know, like, most gas stations, anything in there is just packaged, processed shit. Slurpees and slushies and stuff like that, and soda and alcohol and all that crap. But, you might get some fruit and things like that. But so I'm assuming that's where the interaction started. You bought a banana and then I guess eating something real came up. So she's diabetic. She has diabetes, but still eats whatever she wants because she doesn't care. She's going to care when she's dying. Well, she is dying. She's just speeding it up. She's going to care when she's on dialysis and can't work anymore and can't walk. That's fucking gross. It's gross. Really gross. James, I was sharing the Mancast with a coworker and you broke out a dirty AIDS dick. That was hard to explain.
You're not making this easy on me, boy.
I broke it out, or I broke out that phrase. Like, if you're eating garbage, you're eating a dirty AIDS dick covered in COVID, a dirty bleeding AIDS dick. Did I say that? That could definitely raise an eyebrow or two. Josh, I know if I share content again, even more fatties will get offended. Indeed. Colin, playing this around my twin, so hopefully he'll change his habits for the better. Colin's twin, get off your fucking ass and go to the goddamn gym. How are you a twin? What a low quality twin. You need to twin harder. Twin harder, Colin's twin. Twin harder. Be like your other same person. Now, twins can be different in some ways, but make some sick fucking gains too. Mark, I listened to your live streams at work and some, quote, person of size. Oh my God, person of size. I know you put that in quotes as a joke. Oh my God, a person of size. Heard what you were saying about huge people and said I was wrong for listening to you. Oh, yeah. Makes sense. It hurts their feelings, so you can't listen to it. You can't listen to anything that hurts someone's feelings. Yeah. They're going to take it personally. If you take it personally and not take it as inspiration to, like, oh, you're right, I am a fat fuck. That's really what the response should be. And that's the response that people take when they actually make changes. Everyone that wants to play a victim and pretend like it's not their responsibility, they're going to take it as offense because that's how they're wired to do it. That's their choice. If you take it as, if it's factual, it's reality. If you don't want to play in the same reality, that's your choice. But at the same time, it's doesn't make it less true. Let's see here. Greg, I had my sister tell me a banana and Snickers had the same calories. I keep dropping fitness and wellness every time we talk. Hopefully she comes around before she is immobile. most likely 400 pounds. Oh my God. A banana and Snickers had the same calories. Greg, if I could slap your sister, I would. I would. I would. In my dream, I would. Not literally, but I would. I would literally, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't, but I would. I wouldn't. I would. No, not true. Fact checkers say false. False, false. Double negative. I would. No, that's such a big misconception. Again, is the calories. We're talking about we're talking about minerals, vitamins. We're talking about micronutrients. Everyone's so obsessed with calorie counting. Everyone's so obsessed with the macro. It's not the point. It's the nutrient density. It's the quality of the food. Let's get into the next Swole fam post, but great comments here, fam. Love it. Let's see here. I would. Hashtag I would. Hashtag you too. Kate, I've been homesick all week. Quote, rolling with the Rona. Oh no. I'm keeping myself entertained, listening to tons of podcasts, reading a bunch, and keeping myself super hydrated. Like 2 gallons of water a day, plus a little cocktail of vitamins, C, D, B12, and zinc supplements. I started the organ and liver supplements this week too, and that could be helping since there's so many nutrients in it. A positive to being down and out for a week is that I've really been able to focus on my diet. It might be too soon to tell, but I can tell a difference. I am itching to get back to the gym though. Let's get a round of applause for Kate. Sorry to hear about your Rona. Vitamin D is great. Plenty of hydration. Good for you. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Person of size. That's a new shirt, right? Person of swole. Yeah, I want that one too. Yeah, how about that, right? Person of swole. Maybe that could be expanded. I don't know if that's enough, but I am a person of swole. Because not enough people, that's not enough. And that's not mainstream enough, right? It's not mainstream enough to say person of size. People don't understand that one as much, but person of swole is a good one. Maybe that'll be the title of today's episode. I'd buy it. All right, I'll make it. I'll make it if you guys want it. I take requests. All right, we got a post here. Hashtag Swole Slut for a chance to win today's Swole card. And let's do another one. Kira to the main stage. Kira to the main stage. Kira writes, I'm so excited for my latest purchase from Titan Fitness. Am I a dork for being excited about this? Why go to the gym when you can just live at the gym? Train every day. Pillar number 3, training. Go to the fucking gym. No, you're not a dork.
Y'all.
That's a V-bar handle. Very nice. Excellent. I just got a piece of equipment today from Revolt. It anchors onto a squat rack, so it's a chest pad. So once I get my stuff set up inside a little bit more, I can anchor that to the wall. It's gonna be pretty sweet to lean for flies or for doing some kind of like back rows and stuff like that. I can also set up like I have I can rig my seal bench because I have a bent seal bar row. If you know what that is, you lay on your chest and the bar is actually bent like a U, and you can row and not hit the bench with the bar. It takes a little bit more time to set up, so it's a cool thing. You can use dumbbells or do back flies or posterior deltoids. A little bit more convenient in some instances. So I love getting new equipment. I'm just at the point where with my setup currently, I just don't have, until we kind of move some other things around, get them off the ground, I don't really need much more, let alone have the space for too much more. Maybe like one or two certain like kettlebells, maybe a couple things here and there, but there's really not much more of a need. It's more like design, space saving, and strategy rather than like, all right, I need this equipment, I need this equipment. I have enough to pretty much to do whatever I want. Now it's just more about making things more convenient and accessible. And, once you get to that point, it's very satisfying. It's very satisfying to get to that point with your home gym. But person in a swoller body, indeed. Alyssa, I find it funny that person of size abbreviated is POS. We're taking it back. We're taking it back. Taking back POS. We're taking it back. We're taking it back. All right. Let's do another one. We got one more post here. This one, oh my God, we got some great posts on the Swole Fam Discord. This one's from Cleopatra Champagne. Creative fucking names. Cleopatra Champagne. Hey, I joined and was a little shy to introduce myself, but I'm Sierra. I have been watching Papa Swolio on YouTube since around 2018. Yo, we got a lot of people coming in that have been listening for like a decade, as well as following the podcast. I was an athlete for all my life and always ate at a healthy weight, but at 18, I developed severe anorexia and it took a long while for me to get treatment. I'm not sure if this was a post that we read on the other platform. It might be the same person, it might not, but it's still a good story, so we're going to read it. It looks a little bit different, but it might be the same person. Either way, this is awesome. I think, right? I can't tell because a lot of people have listened to the podcast for a while, so I can't tell sometimes if you write something on Discord or on Facebook, but it might be the same. Maybe one of you can cross-check that, but either way, it's a good story. I was an athlete for all my life and always at a healthy weight, but at 18, I developed severe anorexia and it took a long while for me to get treatment. After inpatient, I gained tons of weight and stopped working out, running and playing sports, which were my favorite activities since childhood. This kept going for a while and I became fat acceptance and really bought into that bullshit. Then I couldn't make it to my mailbox without, this is the same post, without knee pain and asthma. It's all good. It's all good. We'll just read again. I woke up and knew I wanted to get back into shape. About a year and a half into working on getting healthy, I was watching videos exposing the BS of fat acceptance and found Swolenormous and love it all. I trained for and ran my first 10K that year, thanks almost 100% to the podcast. I was back to a healthy lifestyle and even had arm muscles since Swolenormous, and my thoughts will probably offend you. That's Michelle's page. Inspired me to weight train and especially lift. Anyway, quarantine hit. I went through some depression. I'm better now. And I have gained weight, lost strength, and my nutrition has been so awful. I really am struggling like crazy to kick myself back into healthy lifestyles when I felt best, and I joined Swolenormous X since he inspired me to go the distance when I was out of shape before. I have been studying the nutrition videos, love the recipes already, and I'm psyched to keep working on the program and becoming part of the community. Well, welcome. Awesome. Fan-fucking-tastic. Welcome to the fam. And yeah, I believe that post was, and again, sometimes we get a repeat just because we get a post from on the discussion boards, and then it's great to post your intro on different places because some people primarily use the discussion board, some people mostly use the Facebook group, some people mostly use the Telegram chat, which is great. You have different avenues in which you can introduce yourself and communicate. So sometimes, you use a screen name, and some of you really go hard with you're not consistent at all. Some people would be, you're 4 different names and you use each one regularly. And it takes time to actually know who, if it's the same person. And some of you change your names all the time. So it gets confusing. Like on YouTube, some of you, your name will change every other week or your Discord will change, which is fine. It's just a little bit hard to keep track of it sometimes. So if you're missing shit or if you're rotating things around, but thank you for posting, for introducing yourself. Good evening, Grace. Good evening, everyone, she says. Good evening, Swolenormous. Good evening, Grace. Adieu. That's actually goodbye, but willkommen to the show. Josh, Papa, and Alan in competition to see who can get banned the most. Well, it's not a competition. That's the worst kind of competition. I don't know. I think I would, if I posted the videos that I would like to post, I don't know. It might be me. I know Alan gets banned. I haven't spoken to him in a while. He gets banned a lot on, I've gotten so many videos banned on TikTok. I've gotten my accounts. I haven't gotten an account shut down permanently. I've gotten them reinstated. I've gotten banned several times permanently, quote unquote, but I got them reinstated. I just stopped posting the videos where I knew this is the problem. This is the problem with censorship, is that it gets you into, you start self-censoring, which is the worst because then it really hacks at the creativity, and this is the way censorship spirals out of control, because something is always going to offend someone. And what happens on Instagram and on TikTok is I stop posting the videos that I want to post. Yeah, I mean, I stopped posting the videos. The videos that I wanted to post, like I would have more accounts permanently banned, but I've had to censor. And when I say censor, it's not so much like I'll still post videos, but I just have to change the way it's said. And I post the stuff that I want to say and like the real funny edits and shit like that. I post them inside Swolenormous X. So those of you that want to access that content, you join the fam and get access to it there. But it's unfortunate. And this is how censorship really is evil. It's not so much when people say like, oh, people aren't getting banned. Oh, they deserve to get banned. It's not just that. It's just that more people won't say what they think. More people won't, more people won't speak out. It really negatively affects creativity. I mean, this is why people are going after comedians. It's because they're actually speaking facts and it offends people, which is no shock. But, you start forcing people to self-censor and it does this job for you. So I'll still make the content. I just won't post it publicly because I'm not stupid. It's a business. So I'm not an idiot. I'm not gonna be like, well, this video is likely to get the account shut down, so let me post it anyway because I'm an advocate for free speech. That's just dumb. So I'll use other platforms and I'll post things elsewhere. And I'll still voice my opinion because one, it's a downside to not have access to a larger population. So I still want people to get the message, but then if you want more aggressive, uncensored content, unfortunately, a lot of these platforms won't allow it. So you can go to some of these other ones. I know Rumble and Odyssey and some of these other ones, but there's still always censorship to a point. But depending on how it progresses, you have to play it smart too. Yeah, it'd be different. It'd be different if, these are opinions. These are opinions. Why can't someone have an opinion? That's the scary part. It's an opinion. It's words coming out of a human's mouth. If one person can have an opinion, then another person can have. The thing is, you can disagree with someone's opinion. That's fine. Like, why can't we hear all the opinions, the good and the bad, and let people decide for themselves? Because the facts are going to win out in the long run anyway, won't they? Like, the reality is gonna win out. We would hope, right? Okay, let's get into some knowledge cock. Drop a comment down below. Hashtag AskPapaSorio. If you have a question, we'll feature some questions. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right, questions. We'll take a couple from, we did this one yesterday. Best exercise for All right, let's take let's see. Let's take a garbage one first from Clarence Bennett. What's the best way to slim your stomach? Stop eating fucking garbage.
Matt Damon.
Come on, man. The best way to slim your stomach is stop eating trash. Do an elimination diet. Check out our content on that. Not going to spend any more time on it because that's just ridiculous. Kev Sarin. But check out the content elimination diet. Like, best way to slim your stomach. Come on, fam. Check out the podcast. Poke around a little bit. Bench press or dumbbell bench press? Where both are bench presses. You mean barbell bench press? You mean barbell bench press versus dumbbell bench press. So that's what you're referring to. It depends. I use a free rotating football bar from Watson for when I use barbell. I stopped doing a standard barbell press because it just feels better on my elbow, my wrists, and I like the angle more. Because if you want to hit your chest more, like on a flat bench, you don't want to keep your arms high. You want to keep them about like, I don't know what the degree is, 60 degrees or something like that, rather than 90 degrees. And when you have a bar, let me come back to the main screen. When you have a bar, you're going to have it straight, keeping your arms in. You can lower the bar a little bit more, but still your wrists, it's just not an ideal position. So if you get one of those bars that has like kind of like the angles, like the triangle or the angle grip, it's a lot better position. Kind of like mimics what a dumbbell would do, because you shouldn't be up high with dumbbells. You should be a little bit lower like this. So I prefer that. So they're not bad. One's not better than the other. I would just opt for which one you feel the best. Just make sure that you're doing it properly. So for both of them, there's still a bunch of standards like the 5-point technique, making sure your body's in contact with the bench properly, make sure you're packing your shoulders, make sure you have proper activation of your lower traps, your rhomboids, your posterior rotator cuff. You have great joint integrity and great starting point. And there's no reason why you can't do both. So this question like dumbbell or barbell, it's like, well, which one do you like the most? Everyone's going to be a little bit different. You're going to find an exercise for a body part that you get really sore with, which isn't necessarily correlated directly to muscle growth, but you're going to find an exercise where, wow, it just jacks you up. You feel great. You get a sick pump, you get progress and you notice it. You're going to find exercises like that for certain body parts. Maybe it's your shoulder width. Maybe it's just your structure. Maybe it's just the way that exercise hits you in a certain way. So you're going to have ones that you prefer. So it's and based on your limb length, things like that. So it's very hard to say this exercise is great, this exercise is terrible. I think there are certain ones that are going to be excellent for bringing up people's weak points more universally, but you can never say that one exercise is better than another or one training modality like bands versus dumbbells. It depends on the individual and depends on how it's executed. So you can't really just say this is better than something else. Depends on the application. For some people, dumbbells will be better. If you have wrist issues or shoulder issues, you should be addressing those directly, but dumbbells give you more range and more options where you can really angle it fully customized. Even with the bar that I said that I use, it still limits you where you can't slide your hands around like that. So dumbbells, you can really customize more. Yeah. When you're moving through that range of motion. Let's see here. Brittany, if you've been experiencing symptoms of under recovery, how long should you take off from lifting heavy? It depends on what the symptoms are and depends on, what the reasons are. And it could just be you need a couple nights of sleep. It could be that you've been training too heavy for too long. In my experience, for most people, it's not so much that you're training, it's not necessarily the heavy weights. It could be, but a lot of times it's something else, because even if I'm, on a roll, for example, and I get one bad night of sleep, I'm going to feel like I'm dragging ass. So I would say it really depends on what symptoms you're dealing with. You can get more specific. It really depends. It really depends. And of course, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't do anything. It just means maybe you do yoga for a few days. Maybe you do some light mobility workouts, body weight stuff, go for a walk. Especially if you take 1 or 2 days off and you just do some mobility or body weight or yoga. I mean, or meditation. That'll give you an idea of like, if you're really on point with your stuff, that's when you can really opt for listening to your body and seeing how you feel. When people are brand new, they're not consistent enough. They don't know how to listen to their body because their body's not sending them proper signals because they're all interrupted with poor nutrition choices and no schedule. And everything's an alarm reaction. Everything is new to your body. So you don't really know how to listen to your body. So all this intuitive eating bullshit is a complete scam, especially when people are 400 fucking pounds and diabetic. You don't have any foundation for intuitive eating. Yeah, your intuitive eating has gotten you fucking morbidly obese, so good luck with that shit. Intuitive obesity, intuitive diabetes. Danny, Papa Swole, can my body develop sensitivity to foods over time? My diet has been the same for years without issue, but lately I've been getting slight distended gut. Yeah, well, what foods are you eating? Sure, you can have some kind of immune reaction. Sometimes, I guess, if you're eating specific foods for too long or something else could be compromising. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen. Remember, there's also different things just because nutrition might be a lot more clear or obvious for many of us, doesn't mean you don't have certain epigenetics. Like epigenetics is really like how your gene sequences, your specific gene sequences, like turn on and off. Like there could be things that you are predisposed to based on your genetics over time that might make you more intolerable to certain foods. There's just so many factors with the human body. But I would go back to like elimination or start playing around with it and see how you feel. What's going on? What are you eating? Elizabeth Papaswilio, suggestions for good quad builders when I have one bad knee. Well, let's fix that knee. What exercise are you doing? Are you doing anything to work on your knees? We were talking about that. Oh, that was in the round table, was it? Or the accountability meeting? We have the ankle, knee, and hip mobility masterclass we have in Swolenormous X are fantastic. I would recommend start practicing yoga if you're not practicing yoga. Work on hip, knee, and ankle mobility. Things like reverse, forward and also reverse sled pulls, walking backward and pushing, but mostly walking backward with a weighted sled, very light, but just do that, a few days a week over time and just be consistent with it is better than going heavy. Doing things like Jefferson curls, you can look those up. Also, anterior tibialis activation, doing toe lifts is excellent. Either weighted or leaning back against a wall is excellent. You're also more prone to having knee injuries and lower back problems if you wear elevated, heels or you wear sneakers all the time. These are problems, but a lot of that with your feet can actually be benefited by practicing yoga. You could also get those yoga toes. I like, they're called correct toes. You have to get the right size for you. They're more expensive than most yoga toes. I think like $60, $70, but they're fantastic. You can wear them in shoes, wear them barefoot. I wear them all the time. So correct toes are great. And then if you were looking for quad builders, depending on what your knee issue is specifically, you could do elevated split squats, like Bulgarian split squats, but keep your front foot elevated slightly, or do elevated heel squats where you're on a slant board or you put your heels up on like 25-pound plates. So you're or a 2x4. That way you're more quad focused, but you have to start very, very, very slow for that. So a lot of that starts at the foot with imbalances in the ankle joint. But I guess, again, it depends on what happened with your knee. If you got into a car accident, it can definitely help tremendously, but everyone's going to be different. So it depends on what the issue with your knee is and going from there. We're going to move on for a second, but let's see what other questions we might have live. Scrolling down, trying to catch up. Joe, I developed a peanut allergy as an adult. Yeah. New creature by fire. I'm a supersized person. Are you a person of size? You mean a person of size? I know I fucked up, but I'm going to fix it. What is an alternative for hip thrusts? I have a really difficult time with floor exercises. You can do, for hip thrusts, you can use like a wall or a chair support and do like a single leg squat. That's actually beneficial. You could also do lateral tube walking. It's a gluteus medius, but you can use the band also for your glutes. Another good option is kettlebell swings. Like even as a supersized person, you can start with a light kettlebell, and that's really good for your glutes as well, and your posterior chain. And even sled work is fantastic as well, pushing a sled. And it might sound like, oh my God, I couldn't do a single leg squat. If you're holding onto a chair or a wall or a bar, you can do that even going down a couple inches, and you'll feel that in your foot, your ankle, you feel that in your quad, you'll feel that in your glutes, driving your hips back, driving up. So you'll be doing that, not necessarily, knees dropping too far over your toes, but a single leg squat is great for just limited range of motion, but also for stabilization, for muscle activation, for glute activation. Joe, how long should you wear yoga toes? It depends on the kind that you get. So, for example, the correct toes were designed by a podiatrist, like the foot doctor. So it's different. A lot of yoga toes, if you get them on Amazon, it's just like a rubber, sleeve, and they're cheaply made and they're not designed to actually fit the foot properly. So the correct toes actually are curved, so it's like aligned with how your feet and your bone structure actually move. So they're more comfortable to wear. And just wear them a little bit. Like if they get uncomfortable, you start taking them off. Like you want to wear them a little bit as often as you can. And the correct toes, I wear them when I'm training too. So your muscles and your bones, I do them when I'm doing calf raises, when I'm doing sled. So that way your bones and your feet are getting that kind of stress with them. But you wear them as frequently as you feel comfortable. The way I do it is just when they start feeling a little bit uncomfortable, you take them off, and eventually I just wear them. I'm wearing them all the time and I never notice them. So it depends on what kind you get. If they spread the toes too much, this is why people have issues with Vibram sometimes. when they first wear them because their feet are so compressed from wearing shoes for 40 years that when they wear Vibrams, they're uncomfortable because it's spreading their toes. Like, well, that's the way it's supposed to be. Your feet are just petrified. It's literally foot binding. You're not bending your toes under and like China did, but you're foot binding. A shoe is foot binding. You see these like pointy toes? Like your feet should not be like this. They should be like that. So a lot of people would be like, oh, but my pinky toe, it's uncomfortable. Yeah, it's because your feet are fucked up. You just need to do this. Like when you get Vibrams, you can, and if they feel uncomfortable, take them off. Get used to them. Be barefoot more often. Wear the Vibrams a little bit. When they get uncomfortable, take them off. I think they say wear them for like an hour or 2 hours a day. Don't wear them all day long from the start. Tyler, what's a good way to hit the long head of the tricep? You want to get some shoulder extension in there. Straight arm pull downs are great. Doing overhead triceps extensions, Papa Swolio press are great. But long head of the triceps, the long head actually crosses the shoulder joint. So the long head attaches from the scapula to to the humerus. So just make sure that you are make sure you're getting shoulder extension. So usually it'll stretch and you'll get the most activation from a shoulder flex position, and then you can move it through. Just make sure you're going from shoulder flexion to getting some more extension during the tricep exercise. All right, excellent. We'll take the last one. We're gonna go balls deep. So last question, Matt. Papa Swolio finals do be kicking my ass. Can I have some motivation to finish strong? Can you tell me to finish my fucking papers, please? Yes, Matt. Finish your fucking papers after you go to the fucking gym.
That's deep.
All right, and that's the damn truth. I never put even in college, I never put schoolwork before the gym. I always prioritize that. I can never concentrate on anything because it's fucking boring. And looking back on it, my God, was it fucking useless. Thanks for the debt, though. Appreciate it. America, baby. America! Love it. Yeah! Love it. Love loans. Love student loans. Gotta love that shit. Take care of your health first. Okay? Take care of your health first because, look, your health can be gone soon, but student loans, that's forever. Hey-o, get it? Get it?
Come on, man.
All right. Gym's closed. Oh, you only work out at the apartment? Oh, there's no come on. Didn't you say you go to the University of Arizona? Don't they have a sick fucking gym there? They probably have like 5 gyms. Come on. All right, let's get into some balls deep content. Well, here's the good news about student loans because the dollar is collapsing. It's just going to get cheaper and cheaper over time. So, but Bitcoin's a buy, 35,000. Holy shit. Dirt fucking cheap. Dirt fucking cheap. All right, let's get into this one first. We got 2 posts. We got some videos. Let's check this out. All right. Let's see. Fat people are, this is from what? Oh, Reagan Chastain. This is from Reagan Chastain via the Reimagining Health and Wellness Summit. That's because we have to reimagine what health and wellness is. We don't know what health and wellness is. We have no idea what a healthy person is. We have no idea what it means to be healthy. So we have to reimagine it. But understand, reimagining things, still your imagination. You're imagining things. You're imagining things, Reagan. You're imagining things. Quote, fat people are often at a disadvantage in healthcare treatments because they're fat and sick and unhealthy already. Because the focus is not on their health, but on manipulating their body size. All right.
Matt Damon.
Let me see. So let me tell you about when you're painting a picture, you're at a disadvantage if you start with a dirty, filthy fucking canvas. You are. If you painted a car, what do you do when you paint a car? If you go and you get a $500, you want to repaint your car, you get like a $500 paint job. What do? They just blast the car on top of the paint. It's going to peel in a year or 2. It's garbage, right? It's not going to look quality. If you really want to paint a car quality, what do you have to do, right? They're not going to paint the door jambs. They just like spray paint it with a can. If you really want to paint a car properly, you got to take it all the way down, sand it all the way fucking down, primer the shit out of it. You have to do it right. Take out the door jambs and the whatever. if you're already sick and dying to begin with, yeah, you're at a disadvantage. It's not sick. And I think we have to get away from this word healthcare. Anytime you see the word healthcare, you need to replace it with sick care. There is nothing in the healthcare. Oh, God damn it. There's nothing in the system, in this governmental driven system, that gives any kind of a flying fuck about your health. The doctor might actually get into medicine because they think they care about health, but then they become part of the fucking problem, pushing prescriptions that continue to kill people. Nothing gets solved. Prescriptions don't solve problems. They just cover up the symptoms. Does not solve the fucking problem. So fat people are definitely at a disadvantage because they put themselves in a fucking disadvantage. Yeah. You don't want to take responsibility, so you're blaming the doctors. Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Moving right along. Michaela Putala. Sorry. RD. So we got some consonants after the name, which means she must know what she's talking about. Thank you, Instagram. I'm sure she's verified too. This is her is Food Peace Nutrition on Twitter. Fear, but I'll gain weight. Truth, the cost of weight gain is not as expensive as the cost of disordered eating. Oh, really? You have two options. A, continue with your life as is. B, take steps towards accepting weight gain. Well, thanks for all those amazing carbon emissions, but the cows burping is destroying our environment. Look, if you are obese, you're adding to carbon emissions. If you're eating processed trash, where do you think this comes from? Where do you think this comes from? All the pollution from the shipping, from the factory waste products. You're literally destroying our land. You're destroying our soil with all the high fructose corn syrup and garbage that's produced. So obesity actually adds to the climate crisis. So, you know, this is, but we'll just print some more money and take care and give you free healthcare too. So where's that going to come from? It comes from the Control P button, right? Yeah, nice. The cost of weight gain is not as expensive as the cost of disordered eating. I guess diabetes medication's free. Who would have thunk it?
Come on, man.
Yeah. Oh my God, the hypocrisy is disgusting, isn't it? It's disgusting. Thank you, Michaela. This chick looks like, talk about someone that looks like she has an eating disorder. This chick looks like she's 100 pounds. Talk about needing a steak. I'm guarantee she promotes soy burgers to her patients or clients, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. We'll call them idiots. Anyone that goes to her for nutrition advice. If you get nutrition advice, I recommend not getting it from someone who looks like they're emaciated or morbidly obese. Okay. All right, moving right along. Just like you don't want to take advice about how to get yoked from someone who looks like they're a marathon runner. You know, if you want to run a marathon, talk to someone who runs fucking marathons. They probably know how to run a marathon. You don't say. All right, we got a couple of videos here, famwise. Holy shit. Oh, by the way, we didn't talk about this yet. Yesterday, what do we have yesterday, fam? Someone tell me what we had yesterday. We had an amazing, I didn't even talk about this. Shame on Papa Swolio. Yesterday, we had an amazing overtime segment, and that's available inside Swole TV right now, beaches. A lot of you were there for that. I forgot to mention that. Yesterday's episode, an amazing overtime segment that's available now. Fucking fire. It was lit. It was lit. It was awesome. We did DW. Oh, it was great. It was great. Go and check it out. Inside Swole TV. It was awesome. Not only that, let me scroll down here a little bit. We got some new releases last week. We also had a Swole Fam roundtable on, was it Thursday? Thursday morning, or was it Wednesday? Thursday? I forget what days of the week, but we had a roundtable, I think it was 2 days ago. I think it was Thursday morning. Make sure you go and check it out. Inside Swole TV. That's available right now as well. So you got a lot of stuff to catch up on. If you have not yet caught the roundtable or the overtime segment, go and check that out. Let's take a couple videos. Let's see. Pick a number 1 through 4, 1, 2, 3, or 4. What's it going to be? And make sure you're dropping hashtag triple S in the comments to win the Swole Slut card today. It's Swole Slut Saturday after all. SH, let's see. I had to bring up my weight with the doctors I saw at my last clinic. The woman I see now didn't say I was obese, but asked if I wanted info on healthy eating and losing weight. That's good news, isn't it? Isn't that good news? Oh, you're responding to someone else's comment. All right, so enough context. Let's see here. We need more driving while gaining. I know. I might actually post those. I don't know. I'll probably post them inside Swole TV, of course, but I mean, maybe I'll post them on Rumble. I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't think we don't really have any more. I've been posting some stuff on the Swole Enormous page on Rumble, but it's like, haven't really garnered a following. I don't use Rumble really. Just kind of throw up the video and leave. But you can follow Swole Enormous on Rumble. If you all start following there, maybe I'll post some content over there too. Let's see here. Oops. Okay. Yeah. If you want to learn how to run a marathon, Greg says, ask the parents of that kid that forced him to do a marathon for advice. Jesus Christ. Ask that kid, how'd you fucking make it without destroying your growth plates at 6? All right. Well, here's the thing. SH writes, yeah, it is good. She's direct without ever being rude. I know I can trust what she says. I guarantee you, any of these doctors that recommend someone stop being a fat fuck, I bet you they're rarely ever rude. It's just these people are professional victims and everything comes off as offensive. Remember, words are violence. So just recommending someone actually make better health choices is them attacking their identity of being a pro-fat lunatic. So, I mean, what doctor? Look, when you go to a doctor, you are their patient. What are you also? Their client. What does that mean? You're a customer of the doctor. They want you to come back to them because they make money off of it. So they're not going to reach like, you're fucking disgusting. I guarantee doctors 999 times out of 1,000 aren't being rude. It's just people are getting offended by fucking everything. So recommending someone make better lifestyle choices is offensive, and then they go and cry on fucking Twitter and Instagram about it. So I think people are just full of shit. We all know it. Yeah, don't you want your doctor telling you the truth? No, doc, just lie to me and give me medicine. You're beautiful just the way you are. Why, thanks, doc. Is that what people want? Doctor to lie to them, they drop dead of a fucking heart attack or a stroke next week? Well, at least the doctor was nice to me. Stupid. You're so stupid.
Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
Let's see. Greg, my doctor said, I bet your joints feel so much better. Imagine when you lose more. Love my doctor. Doesn't recommend pills. Yeah. And you can also look up a doctor that practices functional medicine, because those are people that usually take a whole wellness approach, and like similar to things like the 7 pillars, like they will look at your nutrition. They will spend more time with you. So you can look that up too if you're looking for a new doctor or a new healthcare practitioner to get like a checkup, because it's good to get blood work done. You can do it yourself. You can go and get blood work and request certain tests, but you have to know what to look for. But there are more and more people that practice, we'll call it logical common sense and, evolutionary medicine. All right. Danny's raging in the comments. Some new driving while gaining. Those are my favorite. They're everyone's favorite, except for Susan Wojcicki, or the CEO of YouTube, and Sundar Pichai. They don't like it too much. Well, I could post those. I can't post them on Instagram. No, God. Couldn't post them on Instagram. Not the shit that I would cover. Maybe, here's the thing. We'll have some more driving while gaining. It depends on the topic. You all know it depends on the topic. Certain things might actually be able to be posted. Some driving while gainings might actually be able to get posted. So maybe what will happen is maybe some of them will post privately, like ones that are like, can't put that out there. And then maybe some of them we'll put them all on Swole TV anyway, because it might get banned later. But maybe some of them we'll post, or clips of it. We'll see. I think it depends on the topic. I think don't Fauci my holes is, I don't think that would have done well. I think it would have done well until it got banned. All right. Let's see what we got here. We got some numbers. Let's see what we got here. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's go with Colin O'Grady, number 4. Very nice. Why not?
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
I like to caress rusty spoons.
We all like some DWG, right? Okay. This is called, or titled, What is Fat Phobia? Your make-believe delusion, but I digress. Let's see what it says. Nice glasses, by the way. Yeah, you already know. No septum piercing, I see. It's coming. It's coming. I guarantee it's coming.
What is fat phobia?
Jesus.
Fat phobia refers to the...
I am so sorry. Turn your volume down. Everyone, volume down. Volume down. Oh, my. All right. That probably blew out your ear holes. Imagine having these high-quality headphones. These are great. You get amazing sound. Amazing sound. The problem is it funnels all this retardation right into my ear canal. Yeah. No, this is a great warning. This is a great warning. I need to get like a siren thing like this. Warning. Turn down your volume because this dumb twat is about to rant about something that doesn't exist. Feelings alert. Boop. Feelings alert. Feelings alert.
Shampoo my crotch.
All right, let's do it again. Everyone, everyone turn down the volume. We got it? Okay.
What is fat phobia?
I'm going to turn it down.
Fat phobia refers to the devaluation of fat bodies. It's essentially the
devaluation of fat bodies. It's going down with the stock market. Oh, you better sell. You better sell. Fat bodies are crashing.
Perpetuation of negative attitudes, beliefs, and stereotypes about fat people that actively cause them harm.
I'm so tired of these mouth breathers. You have a nose. Use it.
And yes, fat phobia causes incredible harm. The most salient example of fat phobia is medical discrimination. Essentially, many times fat people will go to doctors because they have medical concerns, only to be told that they need to lose weight.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
I'm just going to make a recommendation for the entire fat-tarded population out there. Are you going to come up with some new material? Are you going to keep on... These are supposed to be medical practitioners. Now, I know we call it the sick care system, but let's just think about it from a classic standpoint, right? Let's just pretend it is healthcare for a moment. We'll continue this shitstorm in a second. Let's pretend that it is a healthcare system. Let's pretend that going to a doctor is actually going to give you the right information. Okay. Because these people keep on going to a doctor like, I'm going to get the right information, right? That's why you go to a doctor, because like you're going to someone that you trust to give you proper information. Ideally, right? Doctors are people. Sometimes they're wrong. Oftentimes they are, unfortunately. It depends on what it is, right? I'm a big fan of emergency medicine. You break your leg, car accident, doctors can do amazing things. How do I be healthy, doc? Go for a walk. Not going to get great nutrition advice and stuff like that from most medical practitioners. But let's assume, right? Let's assume you trust these people. Then you go there to get health information. The doctor says, change your lifestyle habits. You need to be less, you need to do less of whatever you're doing. This is what it means to be like, you need to lose weight. You need to do whatever it is you're doing. You need to do the opposite. You need to make some changes so you don't end up like this. You have to stop being the way you are right now because it's not good for your health. They get offended by that. So the doctors are wrong. I didn't know you went to medical school for like 10 fucking years. I didn't know you did a residency. I didn't know you were so well educated in how to be healthy, because you're not. Imagine pretending like you're healthy when you're not. Imagine talking to someone. Imagine going up to like an expert pianist and telling them they don't have the first idea how to play the fucking piano. Imagine going to go to an expert. Like go to a woodworking expert and like, I don't know, yell at them for not being able to build a chair or something like that. It just doesn't make sense. Okay. And I'm saying in theory, because these people are living in their own bubble where like they go to their doctor for, why are you going to the doctor so much? Again, why are you going to, because you're sick. People that are healthy aren't like living at the doctor's office. That's why you're so offended all the time, because you spend way too much time. Like this should be a very rare occurrence. So what, once every year or two or couple years, you're like, oh my God, the doctor weighed me. Oh no. And this is only in theory, because most, right, like Danny's saying, most nurses and doctors are overweight. Yeah, because they're barely getting sleep. They're not healthy themselves. They're never taught to be healthy. They're taught how to hand out prescriptions, and it's part of this whole big system. So I'm just saying, in theory, in the bubble that they're living in, doctors are like bastions of health. I'm not saying that they are. It's just, and then they're going there and telling them like the arrogance and the ego to pretend like they know better. Like, then don't go to the doctor. Like, don't seek someone's advice and then be like, go get another opinion. They're still going to say the same thing. Like, go to a fat positive doctor or a body positive doctor is the same as like going to a financial advisor who just, his job is to lose you money. It's like, well, that's not going to be a good look for you. All right, let's continue this. I hope it goes fast.
Even if their medical issue is not weight related in any way.
Most medical issues are weight related because that's a side effect of your lifestyle habits. It's a side effect of insulin resistance, a side effect of excessive caloric consumption, vegetable oils, all sorts of things. So it's all weight related. Again, it's weight related. Doesn't mean it's coming from the weight. This is chicken or the egg. What caused you to gain all that weight? Your lifestyle habits. How do you lose the weight? By changing your lifestyle habits. So shut the fuck up. Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop lying. You'd be a decent person if you weren't such an annoying cunt.
Causes many fat people not to get diagnosed for their illnesses or to get proper treatment.
Why do they have
Medical
illnesses?
fat phobia is deadly. There's other social forms of fat phobia, like when people use fat as an insult. But the big picture is that if somebody acts like a person is not worthy of being a person...
Who's doing that? A person not worthy of being a person? Who's doing that? I mean, China's doing that. There's no genocides going on here. There's no fat genocide. There is in China. There is in Saudi Arabia. There's plenty of people murdered and executed for all sorts of reasons. You don't care about that, do you? That's right. You care about a doctor telling you the truth. Oh, no.
Because they're in a larger body, that's fat phobic.
No, it's not. You just don't like the fact that you're not healthy. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Fam, watch out for those feelings. They'll get you. All right, number 1, 2, or 3. What's it going to be? Very nice.
Matt Damon.
Solid Matt Damon. Painful. Painful. Uncomfortable. Man, if anything, 1, this podcast will hydrate the fuck out of you. 2, it will slap you with some veiny knowledge cock. And 3, you will want to eat so much steak and lift so many fucking weights after listening to all this gunch. This is why we end the show with all this shit, because 1, it's insane. 2, we need to stay focused. This helps you. This world is going off the fucking rails, but we can't allow that to drag us down with them. This is definitely like social media and our society is just like getting bit by 1,000 snakes. You have to suck out this poison all the time. So after you hear these videos, it's not like, oh my God, I am just going to go like, after I'm done with the show, I'm just going to put the fucking headphones down and just bang out 50 push-ups. Holy shit. Fuck. All right. Kira Kellerman to the main stage. Kira.
Well, folks, eliminate one tax loophole out of $1.6 trillion worth. $1.4 trillion worth. Out of $1.4 billion.
Come on.
Excuse me, $1.4 trillion.
Today, Junior. All right, number 3. Oh, Kira. Oh, Kira. Yeah, thanks for picking number 4, Colin. Goddamn fucking Colin. Goddamn it. Kira. All right, you ready? We turned down the volume. We turned down the volume for the last video. This one, you might want to turn down the brightness. The video title is called Stop Complaining About Being Under 3XL. Stop complaining about being under 3XL. Yeah, Kira, you're going to be sorry. Turn down the brightness. I don't know how the sound's going to be, but just a warning.
I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I feel that those that are a size 3X and under really need to stop complaining about the lack of clothing options that they have.
She talks like Biden. I feel that I feel that I think that I feel oh, come on, man. Okay.
That are a size 3X and under really need to stop complaining about the lack of clothing options that they have.
It's a lot of piercings in that ear.
Why? Well, because everyone above that size have been waiting to have not the same options and accessibility as straight size people. That would be nice.
Straight size.
But
what is she wearing?
Same as
what are you wearing? What is that? Is that a cut?
And we don't.
What is that?
We have even fewer options.
All right, hold on. Did she? Okay. Okay. Did she like try to make a stringer out of a t-shirt? Like, what is she wearing? I can't explain this if you're just listening. It looks like she tried to cut like a t-shirt. All I see, and she's wearing a black thing. I think she's wearing it on a black couch. I just don't see anything. Like I'll remove if I remove the bottom bar for a second. If I remove the bottom bar, like it's just black. It's just darkness. Darkness, everybody. Darkness. Charlie Murphy. Yeah, straight size is ridiculous. You have fewer options. Okay, well, don't be a 3X then. You know, people aren't born a 3X. Come on, man. People are not born a 3X. You created your 3X. But my thyroid. Oh.
And we don't. We have even fewer options. And what's even more frustrating is the lack of support for those larger bodies to have the same options.
Okay. All right. We made it. All right. That was
That Hansel's so hot right now.
All right. It's your fault. It's your fault. Let me pause this. She didn't say this in this video, but let me slap some sack on this. I don't have a big, honestly, as big as this my sack is, I don't have a big enough sack to like make any noticeable difference on her chin. Like I don't have enough sacks. So we might need like a team sack. We need like a Swole Fam sack fest, we need like a sack bukkake or something to cover all that surface area. You have these lunatics that keep on claiming they want bigger sizes, right? I want bigger sizes. We need more sizes. But capitalism is fat phobic. Do you want more options? Do you want more options? But you need to get vaccinated to save me. Shut the businesses down. But I thought you want bigger sizes. I thought you want, you have to pick one. You have to let people do their fucking shit. You have to stop blaming capitalism and, a functioning economy, for example. And I'm saying this is part of it, but this kind of rhetoric is nonsensical. If you want more sizes, then you better allow capitalism to take place. You want all sorts of shit. You want all sorts of shit, but you don't want all sorts of shit. Make up your mind. So she didn't blame capitalism, but you have people blaming doctors' offices. Look, again, it's like you shoot yourself in the foot and then blame the person trying to fix the wound. That's what happens when you're obese and you go to a doctor and they tell you to change your lifestyle habits so you're not sick and dying anymore. Oh, they're fat phobic. What are you talking about? Literally, if I shoot myself in the leg and then I'm like blaming the doctor for like addressing my, like for fixing the problem. Like, oh my God, you want to fix you're blaming. He's like, don't shoot yourself in the leg anymore. Oh my God. He's anti-gun. It's like, no, he's just saying, don't fucking point it at your thigh and pull the trigger. It just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. You're trashing your health and then blaming the doctor for pointing out the fucking obvious. But we know that, right? We know capitalism is fat phobic. We've covered that. All right. We have time for two more because one's short. All right, let's do the short one. And then we have a sexuality one at the end. So that's going to be a great way to end. This is called comedian. I'm just going to show myself. Comedian weight stigma. Two more? You want two more?
What's in the box?
Comedian weight stigma. Here we go.
All right, heart rate is fine. Blood pressure is fine. We did all the tests completely fine.
Okay, I got to read this we'll do it again. This is a duet on TikTok. And on the right, this person's saying, being fat at the doctor be like, and that chick talking is like what, probably what a doctor, like, right, what being fat at the doctor's office is like. And whoever posted this at the top says, obsessed with this comedian. Here is a perfect video she made giving an example of weight stigma in healthcare. Can you relate? I guess so. This person is fined food freedom. So I guess the shit poster, we've covered her trash before. So we have two lunatics and whoever reposted, I don't know. So I guess fined food freedom is that idiot that we've covered before. I'll just play the video.
All right, heart rate is fine. Blood pressure is fine. We did all the tests completely fine. So you need to lose weight. Oh, okay. Well, what will that help with? Definitely with being skinnier.
Was that supposed to be funny? So this chick on the left, the duet, Find Food Freedom, said, obsessed with this comedian. Ew. You know why Hollywood is crashing worse than the fucking stock market? You know why people are charging the stage at like Dave Chappelle and stuff like that and trying to cancel? Because they're not funny. They're not funny. Most female comedians aren't funny, period. It has nothing to do with being misogynist. Most female comedians aren't that funny. Most aren't. Most comedians aren't funny. Some of them are really good. But these like hardcore, like woke ass comedians are certainly not funny. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. You can't be an authoritarian and be funny. You can't be an authoritarian and be funny. Okay.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Good Lord. Good fucking Lord. Holy shit. Greg, these people don't understand in your 20s, your levels can be okay. Give it a few years. Yeah, Jarella, that's what the woke call comedy. For real. For real. Yeah, it's like, that's not going to last. That's not going to last. God, that wasn't even close to funny. It sounds pathetic. Joe Biden remembering a sentence is funnier than this. It would be if it ever happened. Oh, Whoa.
I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
All right, let's get into our last video, and then we'll give away the Swole card. This one is called, all right, if you have a child, you might want to punch yourself in the dick after watching this. I'm just assuming that there's going to be a lot of taint slaughter after this. This might hit pretty close to home. It's called Fifth Graders Are Queer. I'm still curious as to the definition of what queer is supposed to mean. But I am trans-swole. I didn't used to be swole, but now I am swole. Or maybe I was always swole. That's what we should do. We should make a shirt. I'm trans-swole. Still going to make the he swole and she swole gear so you can wear it with your significant other. All right. Fifth graders are queer. Are they now?
What's in the box?
Or maybe fifth graders are kids and they should go outside and play like ultimate frisbee or something.
My kids from last year are now in fifth grade and they come visit me almost every day after school. And
oh my God. It's called decaf. It's called decaf. Oh God, this is from Lives of TikTok, so you know it's going to be epic. I'm turning down the volume. I'm pausing it. I should play it in half speed. Yo, my God. I never watch these videos first. I'm never going to. I'm never going to preview them. I'm never, ever, ever, ever going to preview these videos because it's funnier and more exciting for me and entertaining. We watch it together for the first time, unless you've seen the video before me. By the way, I never, ever watch these videos first, ever. I think you get that. Okay. But I'm going to cut the volume a little bit, but anyone that talks like this, yo, run from anyone that speaks like this.
my kids from last year are now in fifth grade and they come visit me almost every day after school. And a lot of them are queer because I am queer. And they figured it out. And so I've become their safe space. And today they found my guess who.
We're going to have to do this in chunks. I have to pause this. Otherwise I'm going to have like a panic attack. I get, all right, we did this before. Seriously, we did this before. Someone drop in the comments what the fuck queer is today. Because, the definition changes. What are we calling this now? What are we calling, what are we defining this as? I'm just what? You're what? You're gay or you're straight? Okay? You like the same sex or the opposite sex? That's what there is. What do you want? What do you want from this? What the fuck are you talking about? Seriously, it's not, stop complicating shit. It's just like the 7 pillars. It's just like nutrition. You don't stop complicating things. Life gets so much easier when you stop complicating shit. Get to the foundation, get to the fundamentals. It's not complicated. What is it? What's going on here? Desperate. It means it means desperate for love and attention. I agree. Yeah, Josh never talked about sexuality at all throughout school when I was in. Me either. Not even once. It used to mean anyone not straight. That's what, look, okay, SH, that's what I used to think it was, right? It used to mean like when you were in, when I was younger, you used to be queer. And we used to say around and when I was growing up, you say the word fag all the time, but that wasn't meant you're a terror. It was just it was just it was like a pejorative. But it had nothing to do with being against gay people. It was just terms that kids used on baseball teams. It's just this is what you grew up with in the 90s. But it wasn't anything anti-gay. Kids that used that were never anti. It had nothing to do with it. It was a fracturing of what that meant. Anything's used as a pejorative, right? Anything is used as a pejorative if it's framed that way. I could be fuck you, or, go fuck yourself. Nick, go fuck yourself. Are you going to take that as an offense? If I say, Nick, fuck you, dude, go fuck yourself. It's all about how it's presented. But seriously, Nick, go fuck yourself. I'm just kidding. Go fuck yourself. Right? It's all about how you use the term. Yeah, it used to be like, oh, you're queer. That means you were gay or whatever. Yeah, SH, the F word had nothing to do with sexuality. No, had nothing to do with it. Had nothing to do with it growing up. It was like slang. Anyway, holy shit, homeschool for the win. I know it's 10 seconds in. Keep your volume low. We'll play it again. Let's try it again. Ready?
My kids from last year are now in 5th grade, and they come visit me almost every day after school. And a lot of them are queer because I am queer, and they figured it out, and so I've become their safe space.
Definitely.
Today, they found my Guess Who, and they started playing Guess Who, but they didn't play it the normal way. How did they play it? They used things like, this person looks like a lesbian baddie who's gonna come over and make you dinner. Well, which one of these characters is a lesbian baddie that's gonna come over and make you dinner? Oh, Olivia is? Oh, great. Which character just looks gay? Well, meet Mike. These kids, I'm so happy that they are figuring out who they are and that they're happy with who they are and that they found a safe place. But man, I could never imagine being in 5th grade saying these things out loud, even though I know they're all okay. I grew up super religious where nothing was okay. And so seeing this happen, I'm like, ah! But I'm also like, yay! But ah!
Cocaine is a hell of a fucking drug.
Matt Damon.
What in the actual fuck is going on with this person? She is a fucking insane person. By the way, she's a 5th grade teacher, so hopefully she doesn't have a job anymore because this was posted by Libs of TikTok. So hopefully this gets to the right people in the right hands and this individual is no longer around children. Yo. Yeah, I don't know. That was terrifying. Like my heart rate's like just watching that is just. I didn't pick up on much of what she was saying, just like her kids were talking about lesbian baddies and she's like, I don't know, okay with it. So she grew up in a extremely religious and protective household. It's like, yeah, no kidding. You know what this means? You know what this means? All right. So this woman who's now teaching your kids, she grew up in a household that seems pretty void of what? Love and attention. So because she grew up in a very strict household, then she probably wasn't given the love that she needed as a child, or the connection, or the human interaction, or the human, right? Or the personal, contact that of parents with their children. So now she was desperate for love and attention. So then she lashed out and she's using all these random identities and virtue signaling. And she's passing it along to kids. And this is what happens. This is what happens when you don't hug your children, fam. It doesn't mean that solves everything, but yeah, you need to parent your kids. This is what happens when you offload your children to the state. So the government is hiring these fucking lunatics and they're teaching kids. And these kids are going to grow up getting educated by these lunatics who go through school, then go to college, get a degree to teach kids, and then have a job teaching kids in a classroom or a university or a high school. And then they educate kids who just stay in the education system forever. It's an own little bubble. You go to elementary school, high school, college, get a degree, go teach elementary school. Then those kids get elementary school, high school, college, education, and they just teach. It's a fucking cycle. It's like eating your own shit. It's literally like educational incest. So some people make it out and go out into the real world, but they're still getting programmed. But what happens with multiple layers of incest, right? You have one person that sleeps with a sister or a brother or whatever, once once in a while, like, yeah, you might have like a negative outcome with your offspring. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not talking about morality, but I'm just saying genetically, right? But when you have like, you ever see like those shows or those clips or those videos from like West Virginia or really ancestral where you just had like everyone, kids are sleeping with everyone and their kids are sleeping with everyone. And it just gets fucking ridiculous. And people have like 3 fucking eyeballs and, 6 arms and shit like that, looking like fucking Goro without the muscle mass. Yeah. So it's just educational incest. So some people make it out, or at the beginning we made it out. Like I made it out. I still saw remnants. I saw like the beginnings of that in college. I didn't really know it at the time, but I was already like, I talked about this when I was like in a women's literature class or something like that. It was the worst fucking class I ever taken in my life. It has nothing to do. It was just like oh my God, it was the worst. It was the most feminist fucking shit I've ever experienced. And I knew it at the time, like this class sucks. It was awful. It was a survey of women's literature from like 1850 to like 19 or like the 1800s, like survey of women's American literature from like 1850 to 1890 or some shit like that. It was because I was an English major for like a semester and I was like, oh my God, this is awful. And I changed my major immediately. It was so fucking bad. It was all just bullshit. It was literally all bullshit. I didn't read a single book. I just sat there and made shit up in the discussion. I realized I'm like, oh, I could just make shit up and get like participation credit and just be like an model student. I just made shit up on purpose. I sat there and like, I'm just going to say this. And she'd be like, wow, that's a really good point. That's fantastic. She fucking loved me. And all I did was make shit up. In my head, I'm thinking, this is ridiculous. And then for the final exam, like I didn't read any of the books. So it was like choose 2 out of 3 essays. And I'm like, all right, I knew 2 of them just from the discussions pretty well. And then there's another book and I was like, oh, I didn't read that one. So I just did the 2 essays of the ones that I was more aware of. It was nonsense. It was nonsense. Most of the classes were just nonsense, but that one in particular, but it was hardcore like feminism. And that's the reason why, again, I'm not saying like women need to be fucking women. Men need to be men. Like we need to bring back some logic and common sense, but it was brutal. I mean, all those classes are just like nonsensical. You're breaking down, looking for metaphors and symbolism. It's like, oh my God. Why can't people just enjoy a fucking book, right? Why can't you enjoy a book? It makes what happens with, again, we all know this from school. We're going to finish this rant soon. Books are supposed to be read and enjoyed, and you're supposed to learn something from it. But school teaches you what to think, not how to think. And they just brainwash you and they just push like narratives on you. And they push like, you have to break this book down. Like when I graduate, like when you leave school, and you could drop your thoughts down below when you graduate high school, whether or not you went to college, the first thing you do, what do you pick up a book and go read? No, you like never want to read again. I remember thinking this, like all those books and college books, I fucking threw them out, sold them, or put them in the, like, I never want to see a book again because it's awful. It's miserable. Learning in school is fucking terrible unless you're really passionate about a certain topic. Very specific things was awful. So most people never want to read again. Well, that's the worst fucking thing. Not for the government, not for society that wants to keep people stupid and keep control over someone else because knowledge and independence is dangerous. So they just tell you what to think. Hey, learn this. Cool. Go be a factory worker, churning out fucking people. So you have the ancestral, you have like the generational incest of nutrition, of education, of people just, breeding within education, never leaving, always just teaching and learn, You have business teachers in college that never owned a fucking business, just teach business. You have the economics or the economists or the economy teacher that know nothing about the fucking economy, just spit out the same old regurgitating bullshit. It's awful. They don't teach you a goddamn fucking thing. Teach you a goddamn fucking thing. Why do I never talk about my college? I have a degree. Why do I never flaunt that? Because I don't think it holds any fucking value. I regret going to college. I regret it. It was a waste of fucking time. I've learned everything since then. I've learned more in the last 5-6 fucking years. When in fitness, I have a degree in health and exercise science. I learned everything on my own in college. because I read and I obsessed in the gym, not because I went to school and learned how the heart worked. Great. Because all those hours I spend in heart surgery really are important to me. Yeah, if you go to medical school, but I don't have to care about the fucking pulmonary veins. Worthless information. Absolutely worthless information for someone who's getting into fitness. Like, is irrelevant. Well, you need to do more dumbbell press because your pulmonary artery needs to, work a little bit more effectively, to get that oxygenated blood, I'm sorry, pulmonary artery pumps. Yeah, pulmonary vein will have oxygenated blood. Whatever. Again, doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, trade school is good. Trade school is good. Hey, I want to be an electrician. Well, you go to here. Guess what you're going to do from trade school? You're going to give a school money. I want to be an electrician. Guess what you're going to learn at the school? How to be an electrician. And then you can go work as what? An electrician. Dun, 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 dun. Shocker. I want to be a plumber. Go to a trade school. Learn how to be a plumber. Dun, 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 dun. But all the symbolism bullshit, it just destroys people's desire to learn. Destroys it. Destroys people's desire to acquire new information. Because I think a lot of people don't think that there's any more information to learn. I went to college. You listen to me, I went to college. So when people lead with that shit, I don't care if you went to Harvard, I don't care if you went to Yale, I don't care where you went. When someone tells me, or they try to flex, or they say online, I have this degree in this, that almost means well, now I'm really going to be skeptical about what you say because I don't give a fuck what school you went to. It's irrelevant. You went to Harvard, great. You probably don't know what the fuck you're talking about on most issues. What does that have to do? What is your debt and the time spent in those fucking boring ass classrooms? What does that have to do with you knowing more about a certain topic than I do? It depends on the context. If you want to talk about hey, I go to MIT and I know more about computer engineering and shit like that, yeah, you probably do. You probably, I would listen to someone like that. If it's science, technology, engineering, math, yeah, that would make sense. If you have a PhD in mathematics from MIT or whatever the fuck, it's yeah, that person knows more about math than I do. No problem in admitting that. I'm not going to fight you on that one, champ. But if you're going to be here and oh, I went to Harvard Medical, so I know more about nutrition, you better pump the fucking brakes there, chief. Not going to buy that. Depends on what comes out of your mouth next. Most doctors, I'm going to start to talk like these fucking woke tards. Most doctors are people that went to classical medical school that actually get their eyes open and realize, holy shit, everything I was taught were wrong. They're the ones that stop flaunting their doctorates and their PhDs and oh, they'll tell you first thing. It's just, it's not a flex, right? College in most cases is not a flex. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily embarrassed by it. When I graduated, having a degree actually, having this particular degree at the time through the course of my life got me an opportunity. Whereas if I didn't have the degree, it might not have led to that outcome. So it had some benefits at that time. But if I knew what I knew now and no, I definitely wouldn't have done it again. But at the same time, that path led me to here today. So this might not have happened. So just because I would have made a different decision, then my life could have turned out not as good. So, you can't really, I'm not going to I regret going, but it definitely didn't give me what, it's definitely false advertising. It didn't prepare me for the changing world. However, I was always jumping on the trends. Facebook first launched when I was a sophomore or junior in college. So I was on that first. I was already doing Facebook. I had the largest Facebook group. When it first came out on the campus, I had 50% of the campus in it was called the Fitness Files. I had an article, I had a column in the college newspaper. So I was entrepreneurial and doing this shit early on. But I was stuck in a system and I never really cared. And I always got B's and C's because I never really studied, never really gave a shit. The best that I ever did in school was my last senior year when everyone was kind of punching out. I had changed my majors later in school. I had 7 credits. I was taxed to the brim, But but that semester was like my senior research for exercise. It was kinesiology. It was all these like more advanced fitness type and exercise type classes. So I had my busiest semester ever and I did the best. So, that's because I was interested. I didn't do amazing, but I did the best because I was actually interested in the shit that I was fucking learning. I was interested in those topics. It was still brutal. Oh God. But the problem is you spend time getting indoctrinated rather than learning and learning how to learn and absorb new information. So guess what? You graduate with a degree and then you stay stupid the rest of your fucking life, which is terrible. Not to mention you graduate by the time you're 21 or 22, and your brain isn't even fully formed to 25. So you already kind of psychologically stopped learning. You stop learning before your brain is even fully formed. And then you just kind of coast the rest of your life and you just decay and you get fat and fucking lazy and stupider and you stay in your own ideology from when you're programmed, when you're a child. It's just dumb. It's just dumb. Well, that was a rant. America, baby. America, you have the freedom to get into ridiculous debt for a stupid degree that won't allow you to pay it back. Fuck yeah. Yeah, for a lot of people. But like I said, the benefit is the dollar is going to crash. The dollar is continuing to be devalued and debased. So the more they print money, the cheaper, hey fam, the cheaper your loan will be to pay back. So there's always good news. As long as you can pay it back, it'll be X amount of pesos to pay back your fucking loan. So that's good news. That's a good sign. All right, let's give away the Swole card before I keep on ranting about it. But that kind of shit pisses me off. It really grinds my gears. All right. Let's give away the Swole card. Let's auction it off. Ooh, auctioning off the Swole card. Are you ready, Falcon? Good rant, though, right? Make sure you join the fam, swolenormousx.com. Check out yesterday's overtime segment, Thursday's roundtable. And of course, we have an accountability meeting this coming Monday at 12 noon Eastern time. And by the way, I said it before. I'll say it again. Let me bring this up here. What a fucking rant. We have our 6 years of Swole tomorrow. 6-year anniversary of the Daily Swole. 6 fucking years. 6 fucking years of live streams every day. So be here for that. It's going to be a fun time. We'll chill, answer some questions, and flex on ourselves. Couldn't do it without you, fam. And then I always correct myself. I'm like, I could do it without you, but that would have been a boring 6 years without the Swole fam. If you weren't here, if I was just talking to myself for 6 years, that would be dark. But no, I couldn't do it without you. So I appreciate all of you for being here and supporting the man cast, for being a part of the Swole fam. And goddamn right. Hashtag Swole Slut. Let's see what we got here. Falcon, take us away. All right, calm your tits, Falcon. Calm your fucking tits. Don't need to hear it. Jesus Christ. Three, 2, 1. Oh, we missed the first one. We missed one more time. Falcon, gear it again. Spin the wheel. Not that wheel. Jesus. Scroll. Coming back down. Oh, we got a winner. Are you spamming the chat again? It's all right. Tyler, you are a filthy Swole slut, and I do believe it's well deserved. Oh, Tyler. I don't think anyone spams the chat more than Tyler, but you are also here every day supporting the show. So well deserved, my friend. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2192. Congratulations. You know the deal, fam. The more you play, the more you show up, the more chances you have to win. So thank you for playing, T-Bone. And you've won a few cards to this point, as many of the OG members have. But keep on showing up, keep on dropping the hashtags in the chat, and happy to send you another delicious Swole card. And I do think that you are pretty much one of the filthiest Swole sluts, maybe next to Cerny. She might be filthier. I don't think anyone's filthier than Cerny. But Tyler, you're giving us all a run for giving her a run for her money. Much love, Pop and the fam. You got it. So congratulations. Congratulations. Let's nut this beesh. And we'll be back here tomorrow for 6 years of fucking swollen, of course. Some sick fucking gains. All right, Falcon, let's nut this beesh. Nailed it. We'll take some soundboard requests. Fam, you got a soundboard request? Drop in the comments down below. Come on now. Drop in the comments. Drop in the comments right now. We'll take some soundboard requests. I don't have that one, Mark. I'll do it. I can do it myself. No soup for you. A large crab bisque. Just make sure you step gingerly to the left. A soft, gentle shuffle. Oh, we got some hobo's dick cheese.
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
Not a problem. Ooh, nailed it.
Oh, you can.
God, those legendary. That rant felt good. I felt like I had to get that off my chest. Where's the money, Lebowski?
I give it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
I'll have what she's having.
Matt Damon.
You switch the samples.
COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, it's taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. I mean, think about it. More lives this year than any other year for the past 100 years.
We choose truth over facts.
That we do. Fact checkers say true.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white? Boom shakalaka!
Lieutenant Dan.
There's Tiny Tuck, Typical Tuck, Total Tuck, and the Tyrannical Tuck.
And my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives.
Got it out in time. All right, very nice. Oh, hold on, so I get the pause. All right. Nice. Nice. Gotta winch it up. Hold on. Very nice. Well done, fam. It was an excellent show. Make sure you share the stream if you are looking to offend someone. Offend someone near you with the Daily Swole. And trust me, there's millions and millions of people that you can offend by sharing the podcast. And I think we should send it to everyone. So I'd love to hear those stories of people getting exposed to the knowledge cock for the first time. It's a lot of fun. And thank you, Kira, Citrine. I appreciate the support. Pandemonium. Oh, I didn't see that. You have you have hairy legs too, as do I.
I got hairy legs.
Our president has hairy legs too. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thought that like an 80 fucking year old man had hairy legs? It's fascinating. Fascinating stuff. But yeah, share the stream. Remember, it's available everywhere. TheDailySwole.com for all the links. Leave us a 5-star review if you enjoy the show. And if you made it this far, you obviously do. So Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you can. And of course, SwoleNormousX.com for all the information how you can join the Swole fam today. We'll see you tomorrow for 6 years of Swole. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose. Ya boy, Papa Swolio. Oh, 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 oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place hands clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing, like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I gift rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans, I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you laid, that's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, chill. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Whoa, my shit is relevant, on topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm